All right, welcome back, everyone. Round eight is on the way, and on stream now we have Mr. Adebola Samuel facing off against Mr. Ryan Jacob. All right, chin for 24. All right, it looks like after the play of Chin, Mr. Ryan Jacob replied with tiaras for 74 points, putting him ahead by 50 points. Owned scores 34, placing owned under tiaras. That scores 34 points, or Louted, same spot for 36 points. It does wanted instead for 33 points. All right, Bootair. Boo over Tiaras. Bnoatoire. Boo scores 22, or Boots for 27 points. All right, Boots it is. And it may seem as though the first blank is out of the bag. Alongside EUILLA on Mr. Adebola's rack. Tequila for 69. Liquable as well through the queue. All right, it's doing La Leaks instead for 68 points. EARYIIM. Imari or Rimayi. Rimayi scores 45. That should be the highest score on the board. 45 points. Keeping just I think we should be seeing that. Okay, wow, it does just MY instead for 32. Wow. CUNDVVS. I think Miss Adebola Samuel should be looking to change in this turn. I really don't think there's much it could do. Probably just change CDUVV, keeping NS, or CDUVVN, keeping just the S. I think he wants to play chords for 26, keeping an NVV. And that's what he does. Chords 26, keeping NVV. Wiper, Wiper 33 points. IIA. VVNTIRD. You know, when he was drawing, I thought he wasn't going to draw, any vowels. After seeing the T, R, and D, but then there's the I on his rack. Vivda, 24 points. Vivda for 24, keeping NRT. But he's doing Viva instead for 20 points. Iliac comes down for 24 points, keeping GOA. Alas, no vowels. No vowels. But he's doing wild. Wild for 13. Wild 13 points, keeping STRN. On the one hand, Mr. Adebola Samuel needs vowels. On the other hand, Mr. Ryan Jacob has a lot of them. I gave 19 points, keeping 18 points rather, keeping ON. EXTRNST. Kupele ticks TIX right underneath I gave to the I from Viva for 21, or to the I from Lalix for 19. Keeping ENRST and drawing, one more vowel to complement it could potentially give him a bingo. It does EX. X. 40 points, keeping NRSTT. And then HON, 38 points. BRANTTS, still struggling with consonants. Doing something like Brant to the A from a gave for 18 points is really not a bad option. Or tab for 22, but then he has to use his only vowel. And it looks like there's a potential bingo for Mr. Ryan Jacob to the I from Iliac. Omnifies physiognomy. But it's not his turn. Let's see what Mr. Adebola Samuel does. I think he's considering Brant. I think that would at least help him balance the rack. And he does Brant for 18 points. Omnifies 66 points. Physiognomy 66 points as well. But Omnifies is the better move. And he does that immediately. Current score is 242, 246, and after the bingo, it's 242, 312. Southcha. Touch. I think touch. Or ouch. Ouch scores 31. Touch scores 34. Or out. That scores 34 as well. Okay, looks like he's doing touch. Touch 34 points. Kergrnd. Just one vowel. Let's see. ERK, maybe 23 points. Or Drake, to the sea from touch. That's 14. Or maybe drunk instead for 12. Or gunk for 12 as well. Drunk. Drunk for 12 points. 10 towels left in the bag. AYPITES. Let's see. If he plays KNAKY, K scores 35. Or Yetis. Now, Yetis scores 49. I'm not quite sure I would want to do that, considering that there's one blank at large. But then again, I think he's trailing, so he might want to do some. He might want to, take a very high score, something like Yetis or maybe Yipes. Yipes, yes, Yipes for 53. Yipes, 53 points. Sometimes you just have to be very, do I say, aggressive? Yes. I mean, he's down, so he has to give himself chances. The J still in the bag, the blank, the Z as well. So yes, I think yipes, 53 points. That would take him to 329, closer to Mr. Ryan's score. That gives him a fighting chance in the game. Timer check, 5 minutes, 18 minutes. Yes, I think he's doing yipes. Because he scores quite a lot, so why should score? Yipes, 53 points. Wonderful play. Aaeougur. 5 tiles left in the bag. After this draw, we would have 5 tiles left in the bag. Alright, we can see the Z is out of the bag and the second blank, which means that the J is still hiding somewhere in that bag. I can see Mr. Ryan has a Rugo arranged on his rack. That scores 24. Where does it land? Okay, yes. Sad. Between Omnifies, the S from Omnifies, and the D from Wild. But then the Z, don't think he's going to be doing that. Although if he plays something like Urao, that scores 18 points. UPREAS and Urao scores 18 points, keeping AGE. So it will pick 4 tiles and leave one in the bag. Scores are pretty close at this point, and I'm pretty sure um both players feel pressure because every game is important. Gura, 21 points. AAEFTZ blank. Fizz using blank scores 48 points. And then you might want to do maybe okay. I think this is a challenge. Yes, and that's very valid. So extra 10 points for Mr. Ryan Jacob. I think Mr. Adebola was trying to plan a two-move finish, maybe that would give him the win. But then if he does ZAKY, that's the wipes, yipes rather, the E from yipes and the ZA right there. I think that's what he's doing. Mr. Ryan Jacob would obviously have to do Gajo, take his highest score, and then he might finish with Feast for 40 something points, and I think that's going to give him the win. I think that's what he has planned. Yes, ZA 46 points, and Gajo 47. And then we see Fist come down for a whooping 48 points. Wow. Yes. Final scores 49 402. Such a brilliant strategy, playing ZA and then finishing with fists. Excellent finish. Congratulations to Mr. Adebola Samuel for winning this round. We'll be back with round 9 shortly. Please don't go anywhere.